It should deliberate, it should advocate the larger interest of all the sections of the society. And here, the role of youth, especially of the university, becomes critical. And especially a university like Kalahandi University, we are at a specific juncture. We have set remarkable records in a very short span of time, and we have miles to go. And the kind of unique initiative under the leadership of our Vice Chancellor, sir, that the university is taking, the expectation is rising high and high day by day. And here our role becomes quite significant. So, first of all, a university has to represent a worldview. And what is that worldview? A worldview is essentially a comprehensive conception or a apprehension of the world, especially from a specific standpoint. So, a worldview may differ from person to person, organization to organization, group to group, community to community. That is a specific standpoint. My worldview of religion or a particular social fact may have differed from you or X, Y, Z. But that worldview has to be humanitarian. It has to be essentially inclusive. And here, the role of youth, especially of the university youth, becomes very, very important. Our constitution, it is, as Dr. Ambedkar says, the constitution is not a mere lawyer's document. It's not a mere legal document. It is a vehicle of life, and its spirit is always the spirit of age, and that we have to realize. Constitutional awareness is the need of the hour, which is less talked about. We have to be constitutionally aware, our youths have to be constitutionally aware, and this is our moral responsibility, being the part of a great university, that this constitutional awareness, it should reflect in our behavior, the way we behave, the way we talk, the way we interact, the way we demonstrate in our everyday life. And social justice, my dear friends, my dear young friends, let me tell you, it is the need of the hour. Because our constitution, since its very inception, it talks about we, the people, the preamble itself. And it clearly indicates that we, the people of India. And who are we? Who are we, the people? This constitution, in the preamble itself, it talks about justice and what are the components of the justice. It is social, it is economic, and it is political. So these are just not just mere lines, let me tell you. These have inner meaning, inner depth. And it also talks about the liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. I will not go detail into the political philosophical standpoint of constitutionalism per se, but I would like to reflect critically on the need of constitutional awareness at this present time. It talks about equality, and essentially equality of status and opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nation. Dignity of the individual is what matters. And when we're talking about we, the people, we should not exclude the majority of our population who are essentially the marginalized section, the scheduled castes, the scheduled tribe, the other backward classes, who constitutes majority of our population. Is it the caste, religion, gender, which are essentially the social components which needs to be debated and debated time and again? The marginalized section of the society, you say, the indigenous communities, and being especially in Kalahandi, we have a moral responsibility as a university to talk more and more about the interest of the larger marginalized communities, those who are essentially heart and soul of our society, of our humanity. They have been the custodian of the traditional knowledge system, the indigenous knowledge system, and we cannot ignore their worldviews. And their worldview, protecting the their larger interest and the dignity of their worldview should be our priority at this point of time. And it is the indigenous knowledge system which teaches us, which propagates universal humanism. And we can never avoid that aspect of universal humanism. The symbiotic relationship of the indigenous community with the forest, you take the example, is a classic example. The indigenous community are the protector of the forests, and they have been from time immemorial protecting the forest resources, the ecosystem. Now, at this present of time, take example of international discourse of climate change, and in apex body like G20, we are talking about our and expressing our serious concerns. World leaders just expressing their concerns about crucial issues such as your climate change and global warming. But these indigenous communities, or particularly vulnerable tribal groups, take the example of our own Kalahandi, Dongriakons, Kotiakons. From time immemorial, nobody knows from when they have been protecting, and they have been scientifically leading their life while protecting the climate. And this is what the left out section of the society teaches us. Worldwide, it is not only limited to a particular geography or region, but my point is that our youths, and especially university youth, has to develop that worldview, that empathy, that emotional intelligence, so that these crucial aspects can be taken care of. And our constitution, which was the outcome of a 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days long intensive exercise in the Constitutional Assembly itself. It bears, it reflects, it represents that aspiration of more than 1 billion Indians. We have to realize. And it is the only document, let me tell you, that can protect, that has the potential to protect the interest of this marginalized section throughout the country. And the only reason is that it's very, very difficult to accommodate the interest or whatever their perspective in a diversified country like India, where we have such diversity to this extent. The question is that how well do we know about Constitution? How well have we known the Constitution, the Indian Constitution? And do educational institutions bother to teach the students about Constitution? Are the youth aware of Constitution? If so, how well? And why should they and how should they get aware of Constitution? This is the objective of constitutional awareness. And universities should lead the way. They should show the prospect and the path to the entire world that constitutional awareness should be a mandatory segment, irrespective of discipline, may it be science, humanities, or any other discipline. But constitutional awareness has to be an inalienable and non-negotiable part of the curriculum. And I strongly believe that with the kind of ecosystem that we represent, being a part of this great university, Kalahandi University, we can lead the way, and Kalahandi University can show the path to the entire world. What a university, in which way it should lead in terms of generating constitutional awareness, not only among the university youth, but also among the public in general. And this should be our prime agenda. I would like to conclude with the famous quote of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who said that Constitution should be used as a tool for social reformation, and it would help in equalizing the gap between different classes. This, he felt, was essential for social solidarity and national integration. And here we cannot ignore the concept of fraternity that our Constitution propounds. Fraternity becomes essential and it becomes a critical component, especially in contemporary context, where there is increasing, tension in between communities, in between sects, in between groups of different representing different beliefs. And this essential ingredient of fraternity that our Constitution has to offer has to look into seriously with all sincerity. And I appeal that our university should think along this line, that the principle, the ideals of real liberty, equality, and fraternity has to be propagated, has to be disseminated across the section. And especially being from Kalahandi University and being from Odisha, where we have enormous social diversity, socio-cultural diversity, constitutional awareness becomes quite relevant in our context. We represent the highest number of tribal groups, our state, that is 62 tribes, and the highest number of particularly vulnerable tribal groups, PVTGs, that is 13 PVTGs. And this makes us quite concerned that the entire world is looking at us, how serious we are towards the concerns of social justice and inclusive development. So I'm sure that with the kind of promising leadership that we have, what Kalahandi University will think today, Odisha will think tomorrow, and what Odisha thinks tomorrow, the nation will think other day and follow. With this aspiration, hope, I conclude and expressing again my heartiest gratitude to the university authority, to all the great personalities. Thank you. Bande Utkal Janani, Jai Hind, Jai Kalahandi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your very illuminating and critical thought on the constitution by which the students, mostly youth of our country, will be motivated. So hopefully, all students have gained many things from you. That's quoting you again very quickly. To arrange saying that students are the people of the country, and the constitution is the right guide which guides us. So this I'd like to request, in fact, welcome our Vice Chancellor, who is the epicenter of this program, and he's also a lifeline for this Kalahandi University, where we all are coming of all the students are learning, all the faculties are learning every now and then. He is working tirelessly for this university, where at least the university will become one of the best universities. So I'd like to welcome Professor Sanjay Kumar Satya, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Kalahandi. Sir.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, please.
Hello.
Sir. Sir. Audible, sir.
Uh, so this is the call of the time. However, it is as old as the universe.
This call for Raipur?
Yeah. Uh, everything has got a code of conduct. The human body has a code. The nature has a code. And when we are living in a country, the nation has a code. ଆମେ ଯଦି ନିର୍ଦ୍ଧାରିତ ନିୟମକୁ ନ ମାନିବା, ଅନିୟମିତ ହେବା, ଦେହର ନିୟମ ନ ମାନିଲେ ଯେମିତି ଦେହ ଖରାପ ହେବ, ପ୍ରକୃତିର ନିୟମ ନ ମାନିଲେ ଯେମିତି ବିତ୍ପାତ ଘଟିବ, ସେମିତି ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ରର ନିୟମ ନ ମାନିଲେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଅସନ୍ତୁଳନତା ଭିତରେ ଗତି କରିବା। ଆଉ ଆମେ ହେଉଛୁ ଏମିତି ଗୋଟେ ଦେଶ ଯେଉଁଠି ଯୁବକ ଯୁବତୀମାନଙ୍କର ସଂଖ୍ୟା ବହୁତ ଅଧିକ। ତେଣୁ ସେମାନେ ଯଦି ସଚେତନ ନ ହେବେ, ନିଜ ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ, ନିଜ ଗାଁ ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ, ନିଜ ସହର ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ, ନିଜ ରାଜ୍ୟ ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ, ନିଜ ଦେଶ ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ ଆଉ ପୃଥିବୀ ସମ୍ପର୍କରେ, ତାହେଲେ ଏମିତି ତ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ ଭୟଙ୍କର ସମୟ ଆଡ଼କୁ ଗତି କରୁଛେ, ସେଟା ଆହୁରି ଭୟଙ୍କର ହେଇଯିବ। ତେଣୁ ଆଜିର ବକ୍ତବ୍ୟକୁ ସମସ୍ତେ ଅନ୍ତତଃ ଗହିରେଇକିରି ଭାବିବେ ଆଉ ରାଷ୍ଟ୍ର ନିର୍ମାଣର କଥା ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବେ। ଧନ୍ୟବାଦ।
Thank you, sir. Staying all the way and connecting with us, really this gives energy for us. Uh, sir, your colleagues, take the podium, Satya, sir. Is there any question from students? I think there is no question. Do you have any question? No? Okay. So this, I'd like to thank you, our honorable Ashok sir, who has joined all the way from Bangalore. Coming tonight. So thank you so much, sir, for joining us. I'd like to request my colleague, Dr. Vera sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
Very good evening, one and all. Present online mode and offline mode. Respected all dignitaries, present online and offline. In my dear students, I am very privileged and honored to propose vote of thanks today. The special episode of Motivational Constitutionalism and the role of youth in nation building. In sociology, we have concept dramaturgy, which talk about world is a stage into we are the actor, and we are being given certain status and role. According to that, we act. Whether it's a real life or real life, we must follow the rules. Without rules, without regulation, nothing can function in this world. Yes, Ambedkar said, a strong nation built on that strong youth. They know their right, they know their duties, and accordingly they act for innovative vision, societal development, and to become a good human beings. Uttishth Indra is such a program, it's like 81 program, it's a brain side of our honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Here, there are many topics. In classroom, we learn about subject, we learn the exam, we get the degree. But beyond degree, certain knowledge, certain rules, regulations, certain value system, we need to learn. That things we learn in this Uttishth program. It may be science, it may be spiritual, it may be literature, it may be tribal movement, tribal issues, social movement, multidiscipline, multi-topic, it may be sustainable development, creativity, innovativity, everything is a package of knowledge. So, classroom program and Fridays Uttishth of the program, both are two sides of the same coin, full package of knowledge for better society and better world. From being such kind of program, I have moved across the India in Central University, State University, and many places, many educational institutions, but I haven't seen such a program which provide a lot of knowledge which cannot get in classroom, but that is very much essential in today's technocrat world. Recently, on 26th November, with each department of in our Kalahandi University, we celebrate Constitutional Day, and now we are celebrating means invited a speaker who is giving talk on constitutional regime and role of youth in building. So, first, heartily, I express my gratitude, my respect to our great, eminent academicians, policymakers, educational institution developer, and a great human beings. Our honorable sir. Thank you very much, sir. After celebrating the Constitutional Day in department wise or in our sister home, we arrange a topic which full of knowledge, which very much in our syllabus, sociology or political science, social science, and beyond knowledge, definitely that will help the young generation, the student. As we know, this period is tomorrow's future. How nation would be, how the future of nation, whether they are following the rules, regulations, norms, value system of society or not, depends on today's view. So this topic is very much essential for students and for all the audience, those who are listening to online or in offline. So on behalf of Kalahandi, student fraternity, thank you very much, our beloved, respected, tallest academician, Honorable Professor, Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor Satya. I also thank our Registrar Sir for all the administrative approval for organizing this program and providing the welcome address on how the role of youth for nation building by voting together and highlighting others legitimate and other norms which is essential for student. I also express my gratitude and thank to Chairperson, PD Council, Major Dr. Joseph Saucer for informing and making us aware of all the topic which is beyond syllabus and which is essential to know as a citizen of nation. Thank you, Chairman Sir, Unity Council. And the most important, today's speaker, my friend, my brother, and my motivator, Dr. Swaroop, Panda sir. Since 2005, we know each other, and I know he is a very, very, very good motivator, academician, and excellent speaker. Since from college life, I have seen he was like involving in whether it's a blood or any kind of social activity which can bring social justice, which can bring equality, fraternity, which can reflect the constitutional value in society. He has worked in grassroots level, and he is an excellent human being. Those who knows him, they can only know the value of Dr. Satya sir. Earlier I spoke with him, and I invited him to come to our university for a student, and suddenly I surprised that today he is the He speaker and delivered lecture on constitutionalism and motivating the student. Thank you very much, Dr. Satya sir. I'm sure that we will come to our department and motivate all our students. Of course, today's this program is a very special because it's totally in online mode. All the eminent persons who are listening, participating, and giving their opinion to make it a better society, better nation, and better world. Definitely, the inputs you have given with our Professor Chandra sir, it will act as a catalyst to making an egalitarian society where the value system like equality, justice, fraternity, accountability, transparency, probity, and sustainable development, inclusive development, all these value systems would be there without discrimination or without any kind of barrier of social strata. And all the citizens will reflect the constitutional value that is liberty, equality, and fraternity. So, thank you, Dr. Satya Swaroop sir, to be a special speaker for today's 84th episode. Thank you. And I express my thanks to our beloved Madam and HOD, Dr. Bhawanipatna. He is a very prominent, sorry, she is a very prominent academician who always motivate the student, either academic, non-academic, or any field. You just give a topic and she will be give you lecture for hours and hours in motivating. Thank you very much, Policy Madam, for providing welcome address and throwing light on the meaning of constitutionalism. Thank you, ma'am. And I also take this opportunity to express heartfelt thanks to our HOD and today's moderator, Dr. Virendra sir, for leading the events and moderating the events in a very systematic and efficient way so that today's program can run event smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. Thank you, sir, for connecting all the speakers today and organize today's events in a more fruitful way. Thank you, sir. And most important, student of Kalahandi, especially Department of Sociology and Political Social Science students, they are very much attending. Then it's a evening, but still they are attending physical mode. Today is the attending class. Many students attend the exam. They motivate on that topic. Online mode, offline mode, many numbers they are attending, and I'm sure that the inputs and the core idea of constitution provided by our honorable DC sir and our today's speaker, Dr. Satya Swaroop sir, definitely they will implement that in they link with their syllabus. They implement that in everyday life. They respect the constitution. They follow the norms, rules, regulations, and the core value of constitution in everyday life. And for that, definitely they make Kalahandi University a proud university. In constitutional day, each department, including political science, sociology, individually they celebrate. And Kalahandi University, to value the constitution, they organized debate, essay writing, and various competitions, which directly reflect the value of constitution. So, Kalahandi University students very much involved, whether it's academic, non-academic, follow the rules, regulations, bylaws, to bring social stability and other things. So, great thanks to students of Kalahandi University and all the eminent, prominent personalities attending throughout the globe and making this event very much fruitful and active participant of the event and all the technical parts. All the technical parts who involved to make the arrangement of the meets, and special thanks to our very much talented Maharana for providing the melodious, encouraging, and motivating song. The song itself host the whole event today. Thank you, Lipsa Maharana, for welcoming song. At the end, we all respect the law of land, the value of constitution for making one egalitarian and sustainable society, sustainable Kalahandi, sustainable Odisha, and a powerful nation as super India at global level. Thank you very much, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the word of thanks. May I request start to conclude this today's talk? Honorable Vice Chancellor. Respected judges,
Sir, Lipsa Morana. Sir, Lipsa Morana will give Santipat.
ଜଏନ୍ କରିଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଏବେ ନାହାନ୍ତି ତ
so
Santipat କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ।
the last item.
ହଁ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ କହିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ପଲିସି ମ୍ୟାଡାମ।
Lipsa Morana Santipat କରିବେ ନା?
ଲିପ୍ସା ମହାରଣା ଜଏନ୍ କରିଥିଲେ ସେ ନାହାନ୍ତି।
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
Thank you for now I try to this kind of